Oh my gosh, I looked down for a split second and then it was time to go already. Let me get my Golden State Warriors hat. Like I just did so and like, it was time to go. I haven't even zoomed in on my number one question here from section one. Zoom, 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 zoom. How are you today? How are you feeling? Let's make sure this mic is on. It is on. What's up? What's up? You hearing me properly? Are you hearing me? I think you're hearing me. Hey, I'm ready for some maths today. On a scale of 1 to 10, how beautiful are you? Valentine's Day just passed. If you watch yourself in the mirror, I hope you're watching yourself and saying, yo, you're a 10. You're a 10. I'm a 10. No nines, Joshua. We're all 10s here. We're all 10s here. All right, we're getting ready to jump into some questions. I think this is our what? This is our 7th session. Believe it or not, we knocked down 7 sessions already. Is this our 7th session? That's sounding unreal. This is our 7th session. So we're gonna jump in this. You can write your answer. Let's get started. Here's what to do. You know the drill. Press like on the video. Share in your school group. Share in your WhatsApp group. Share in your lessons group. I'm going live. You can feel free to join. Hello to those on Facebook. I know we always have a tiny crowd on Facebook as well. Big up my Facebook people. Hopefully I can keep streaming on Facebook. I saw a notification before I start. I hope I can keep streaming on Facebook even next week. But big up the whole YouTube crew, all 300 and something of you all that are already here. And let's just get into this. That's enough talk. So this is hundreds of thousands, so that's 2. This is tens of thousands, so that's 3. This is thousands. No, not thousands. Thousand would be a million, right? This is just thousands, so this is 4. Then hundreds is 1. Then tens is 0. Then ones is 1. And we're off to a good start. We're off to a start, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. 43 divided by 5. 5 goes into 43 8 times. So 43 divided by 5 is 8 remainder 3. So 8, and you put the remainder of 3 over the 5 as a mixed number. And there we have it. Big up Jasmine. Jasmine was one of the first names I saw with the answer. A plea link also, is it? Square root of 625, that's 25. 25 by 25 is that. 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 25 is 10 plus 25 minus 1. So that's 35 minus 1 is 34. So 34 is the answer for number 3. And Sophia, you're from the Student Hub. Are you in Miss Celine's class? Which class are you in? So, and then we have next question. Next question is number 4. Subtract 5.76 from 9.20. 9.205 minus 5.76. If you're from the Student Hub classes, can you type that in the chat, everybody? I'm from the Student Hub, and you can say who is your teacher. Oh, you're in both classes. My Miss Celine's. If you're from the Student Hub, you can say, yeah. All the Student Hub students. We're getting ready to go into exams. 11, 10, 6 from 10 is 4, 7 from 11 is 4 as well. Are we getting a 0.44? Are we getting a 3.44? That's what I'm getting. 3.44. Akira George also has that. Number 5, Miss Celine. Those from Miss Celine's class can see what's happening with Miss Celine. Miss Celine, Miss Gittins. I have some sad news about Miss Celine. A pizza restaurant baked 184 pizzas, and they need to distribute them equally among 8 delivery drivers. 8 delivery drivers. Okay, how many pizzas will each delivery driver get? So this is a division. 8 into 18 is 2, remainder 2. 8 into 24 is 3, so each driver gets 23. Yep, Miss Celine got sick again. That cold that happened over the holidays, in Christmas holidays into January, Other caller, if we had to name that call, we have to name that call the tack back call or the relapse call. Because if you when you get sick, you could end up getting sick again. if you just slip with that call, you get back sick again. So I hope you all taking your precautions and taking your vitamins and not going and stick up under people who coughing and that kind of thing. What was the total cost of these three items? It's an addition question for number 6, and I think some of you already have the answer, but we have $65 to be added to $9.80 to be added to $18.50. So what are we getting when we add all of these together? We are getting $93.30. Shemaya agrees with me. Eden agrees with me. Bunch of y'all agree with me. Number 7, shade the fraction of the third shape to complete this statement below. Oh, that was confusing to me until I spotted this guy liming over here. It's actually a subtraction because in my mind I was thinking an addition. Then okay, it makes sense now. So I'm going to subtract like this piece. 1, 2, 3, 3/8 from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6/8. So I just need 3/8 to relax there again. So if I were you, I would probably have this spot here shaded. And that spot there shaded, and I will go with my marks. 3/8 of that should be shaded. Insert the missing number in the boxes below. Let's suppose that this was 4. So 5 take away 4 is 1. And let's suppose that this is 7. 7 take away 6 is 1. But 2 take away 8 is not 1. So it means that this number most likely was deficient. This number didn't add up. So I had to borrow. So that number probably was what, boy? What do you suppose? Oh, it's an addition. It's an addition. Oh gosh, I'm not watching the signs, boy. It's an addition. It's starting to look a little scary there, boy. All right, so we had to add. So all you had to watch the operations, and otherwise you end up in real problems. So 5 plus something gives us 11. So maybe 6 then. Let's say it went to 11, and the 1 went across here. 1 plus another 11, so 4. 1 plus 4 plus 6, another 11. This comes across here. 9 plus 2 is 11. Oh gosh! I'm back on it. So this is 4 and 6, and we're going on to the next question, which is a conversion, and this is easy. 9.125. We just move the decimal places 3 places to the left to get our kilometers, and we cook in with Ramco gas. By the way, Ramco gas doesn't sponsor the SA sessions, although I've been saying cooking with Ramco gas for 3 years. Ramco, what going on? Anybody mother working in Ramco? I want to sponsor anything. I don't know. We could do some giveaways in Ramco. Where for? What is the time shown on the clock below? That looking like 6 something to me. 6, it's past 6. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 6:20. We don't know whether it's AM or PM. That wasn't given there. The length of the closed clip and the large mastic. So what's the difference in length between the closed clip and the large and the mastic? Well, fortunately, they started on the same number, so I could ignore the start and just deal with the difference alone. So let's zoom in on that director. Let's zoom in right there. Let's see if I can get a little zoom. Right. So we're trying to find this length from here to there. I can see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So everybody getting 1.6, 1.6, oh, 1.5, 2, 3, 4. Did I say 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my bad. 1.5. 1.5. All right. The proper way to do this and not bounce it to like that is to say that this is 24.8 and this one is 23.3. And when you subtract 24.8 minus 23.3, you get 1.5. What I did, I said this was 1, and then for some reason I said 2, 3. Should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1.5. All right, well, so far we escape unscathed. What is the maximum number of 75 gigabyte video files? What is a 75 gigabyte video file? That's a long video or a really high quality short video, extremely high quality. That can be stored in 900 gigabytes external hard drive. So this is a division, 900 divided by 75. Maybe I can try a 5 first, but might be nicer to try 25. Or maybe 3. Since 3 could go into this, so 3 will give me the 25 here, and then 3 will give me the 300 here, and then 25 just simply goes into this 4 times 3 times, just 12. So we're going to get 12 video files there. Anyway, I want to break down that and divide as cool. 2 objects balance the scale. What is the mass of the round object? So the total here, what's the total on the right-hand side? The total on the right-hand side is 4.2. What's the total on the left-hand side? Well, this is actually 2.1 kg. So we need another 2.1 kg to make 4.2 kgs. So needed is 2.1 kg to make the right-hand side. So, well, they wanted it in grams. You see, now they wanted 10 grams, right? So we're not going to put 2.1 here because that's wrong. So we'll put 2100 grams. 2.1 kg. So they wanted it 10 grams. We know that because we see that there. Subtle little things like that, you know, we don't want to lose no marks in section 1 because there's 3 marks. State the angle that is acute. So there's 2 ways to state this angle that is acute. Let me see what options I wanted the students to do. Okay, I don't even have it here. So there's an angle that is acute, and it's this one. It's very cute. So you can put angle at A, or you can put EAB and put a hat on A like that. That's a way we do it. Or you can write angle at A. Anything that denotes this angle here. So the acute angle at A now. To be very specific, there are 2 angles at A. There's an acute angle and there's a reflex angle that goes all the way around. But when you state an angle of an object, you always assume the most, at a point, you always assume the most acute angle. So even if you don't put it, that shouldn't be a reason for anyone to take away any marks. Complete the bill shown below. Excuse me. Complete the bill shown below. Oh, so they're missing the price of the keyboard. So far, how much do we have? So far, we have $85.60 plus $18.70. This is 104.3, and missing is 157.50 minus the 104.30, which is how much? Just now, I need to bring up my paper here, boy. Yeah, so which is 53.20 according to Snowy. Snowy says it's 53.20, and we will believe Snowy and we'll move along. I see people don't start saying their prayers that cookies and cream will come out. I can't believe all the girl are wishing number 16 already. Wow. I know your paws raised all now. I know all your paws raised when you see cookies and cream come out. So complete the shape. Normally cookie and cream don't really get to come out so early. I'll make sure 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cookies and cream come out all here. What, boy? I'd actually to pray for things for me, boy, because that man said that prayer 2 seconds ago and bang, cookies and cream come on. You mind praying for a new car for me, there, boy? Anybody wanna? Hey, wait, freeze. That's all. Let me make sure it's working good before I ask. Yeah, it's working good. Anybody wanna pray for, a little $2 million or something for sir? I promise I will use it well. That person who say that prayer and it just get answered in 1 second. Yeah, I am building a building for the student hub, but it costs money. What am I doing? What am I doing? What is that line doing over there? Okay. Like I forget how to use cookies and creamer. I just connecting dots random here. I create my own games here, boy. I just connecting random lines. I don't go and connect random lines in the exam. I can erase my thing clean. You will next thing your thing and erasing so clean. How many of you all have an eraser that erases really clean? It doesn't smudge up the paper. Tell your parent to go get that eraser. There are erasers like that exist. I remember going from an eraser that used to smudge up my notes all the time, and I finally got an eraser that's doing a clean job. Boy, I love that eraser, boy. I use that eraser until it turned like this. Until it turned like a little small circle. You ever use that eraser till it's done, like till it's just a little small sliver? Somebody say my eraser dirty on the outside, but I don't find a comment. Hey, my eraser dirty on the outside, but eraser is clean. I know them kind of eraser looking a little shaky, but it's do the work. It's do the work. You have an electric eraser? Those things exist. How does an electric eraser work? Am I finished? I think I'm finished. This question took a lot of time. But remember, again, back used to, I didn't use cookies and cream for a little while. How are we looking? I think we're looking good. What does this look like now? We always try to figure out what it looks like. This is some kind of, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I can give it eyes. What is this? Some kind of robot thing. I don't know. Floating robot thing. All right, let's go. The cross section of the prism shown below is a rectangle. What is the name of this prism? A rectangular prism. Suspicious. It's a suspicious one, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody said it looked like a jellyfish. I could see it. Like an alien spaceship. The tally chart below shows the favorite fruit by a class of 35 students. Which fruit represents the mode? Mango. And I'm so glad that mango is the mode. Yeah. I mean, I love grapes too. And I love the big kind of plums as well. And I mean, I like watermelon too, but mango on top. So anybody reach out yet and offer some mangoes? Like I put my personal number down here because I don't know if the admins forget me because nobody didn't tell me anything about any mangoes. Y'all, if you message the student hub, the student hub number. If your mango tree is produce quality goods, 472-4221. I mean, you could register for lessons and thing too from the student hub. But more importantly, if you have mangoes and you're willing to share, and you're especially in the central area, by the number to WhatsApp. Ria has 20 pieces of jewelry. She gave her friend 1/5. How many pieces of jewelry did she give her friend? So we want 1/5 of 20. That's 1/5 multiplied by 20 over 1. And everybody know 5 goes into 24 times. So her friend Ria gets 4 pieces. And King XY and Christian agrees with me. Number 20, the pictograph below shows the number of minutes each person spent searching for a missing laptop. Given that a total of 150 minutes was spent on this search, complete the pictograph below. If any admins from the student hub here, I want you all to look at this question. The student hub went on a trip one time and one of the admins lost their laptop, but the laptop was on the table all along. Anyhow, the pictograph below shows the number of minutes each person spent. 150 minutes, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Hey, I know what to do. If this is 15 minutes and it's 150 minutes, I want 10 circles, right? I want 10 circles in all. But so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles. So how many more circles I need? What y'all think? I think I need 4 more circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I make a mistake? No, I think I'm good. I think I need 4 more circles. Let me check this again, because I'm seeing you all saying all kind of wild things in the chat right now. The chat is going crazy. The pictograph below shows the number of minutes each person spent searching for a missing laptop, given that 150 minutes was spent. So each person spent 150 minutes total. Well, when we add up every person, we get 150 minutes total. That's 15. Well, all pictographs, you must use the key. The key is the key. What is the key? The key is the key to the key of the question. The key is the key. So 15 minutes is 1 circle. So therefore, we need 10 circles to make the 150. And so far, we have 6 circles. So I need 4 more circles. I'm going to put that by Issa right there. Oh my gosh. And these names sound very familiar as well. Very familiar. Okay. What does this mean? Look upon your neighbor and tell your neighbor what section we're going in today. Call somebody in the chat. Call a name in the chat and say, hey, so and so. Get ready for section. Get ready for section 2, of course. Section 2. Big up all the people born in the short month. Big up all the people born in the month of February. The diagram shows a number line. Point A equals 621. And point Q is equal to 6/7. What fraction does M represent if it's midway between the points P and Q? Wow! Wow! How section 2 start also fiery, boy? What kind of thing is this? So we need to get midway between 6/21 and 6/7. Don't worry, I have a plan. So to get midway between anything, you can add and divide by 2, right? So maybe we'll just add the 2 numbers. 6/7 is not same denominator, so I'll have to do a little denominator switch here. Let's just switch this denominator to 21. And that means I'll have to multiply it by 3. So therefore, the 6 will also multiply by 3, 18. So far, 18... It's looking a little scary, but don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Earlier. It's looking a little scary, but we know what we're doing. 18 and 6 is 24 over 21. Look, as I said, it's just now. 24 over 21 is an improper fraction, but that is this plus this. We still need to divide and come back, you know. So if I say 24 over 21, so this is the addition. If I divide it by 2, 24 over 21 divided by 2, it's the same as multiplying by a half. That's dividing by 2. So 2 goes into this 12 times. So the answer is 12 over 21. But for SCA, we want to try and reduce our fractions to the lowest terms. So although we got 12 over 21 is the midpoint or midway between the two, let's just say 3 can go into this 4 times, 3 can go into this 7 times, and end up with 4/7. So we answer will look like Aidan and Leah answer. And then we move on to number 22. Section 2, you start off kind of hot and sweaty day, boy. The shaded fraction of the grid represents 30 games at the arcade. Find the total number of games at the arcade. What? The shaded fraction of the grid represents 30 games at the arcade. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares equal 30, and in all we have 16 squares. Well, let's find for 1 square. 1 square is 30 divided by 6, which is how much ever that is, 5. And then we have what? 16 squares? 16 squares will be equal 5 times 6. 5 times 16 is what? Double check all your answers there. 80 games. What to go there by King by? All right. So everybody, stop what you're doing and look at the like button. Is your like button blue? Maybe it's gray. If it's blue, it's good. If it's gray, not good. You have to press it. Go ahead and press the like button. Come on. And I don't really say this as much, but look at the subscribe button too. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can feel free subscribe. I mean, across the 100,000, that was the goal, but maybe we could start to aim at the 200,000 later this year. Maybe. So Kiana has a bottle of perfume containing 350 ml during the course of the week. She used 112 ml of the bottle of perfume. What percentage of perfume is left in the bottle? So we have left 350 minus 112. So this is 832,238 ml. Percentage left is 238 over the total amount, right? Yeah, total amount multiplied by 100 over 1. And how do we get this? Oh, it's white. When you press like, what color the button is turned? Make sure you press like and it turn the proper color. What color the button is? Just make sure your button colored. Cross. 7 should go into something here. All right, let's say 5 into this is 7. 5 into this is 2. I'm hoping that 7 put on the work here proper. 7 goes into the 23. 3 times remainder 2 and 7 into 28 4 times. So 34 times 2 is 64. 68%. 34 times 2. Yeah, 34 times 2. 2 by 4 is 8, right? 68%. 68% sounding proper to me, huh? Sharice, I know I'm calling some people parents' name here. Rishi. All right. Well, there's so much people saying that. We're probably good. In the school play, the main characters are played by 3 students, Paul, Quinn, and Randy. The total number of lines divided by all 3 is 92. Paul has 17 more lines than Quinn, and Randy has 9 more lines than Quinn. How many lines did Quinn deliver? This looks like an equal chain. Paul, Quinn, and Randy, and all of them have the same number of lines, except that Paul has 17 more than Quinn, and Randy has 9 more than Quinn. So Quinn, each one of them have a box of lines, but Paul has 17 more in his box, and Randy has 9 more than Quinn. Quinn just has his normal usual amount. All right, so we begin to remove the excess. Unequal sharing block method. Remove the excess. 92 minus the excess is 17, and so let's find the excess first. Let's do that step. Excess is 17 plus 9, 26. So we're going to remove the excess now, which is 92 minus 26, which is definitely going to give me a 6 somewhere, and then 66. So 66. So therefore, 3 of these blocks, 3 parts equals 66. So one of them is going to be 66 divided by 3, which is 22. And how much does Quinn deliver? 22. Quinn will get the 22. If they ask for Paul, just add 17 to the 22. If that's Randy, just add 9. Oh, they did ask for Paul, so Paul gets the 22 from the usual share plus the additional 17. So that's 9 and 3. It's 39 lines. And we're looking good. We're looking good. You're watching in the mirror now, and it's not 10 out of 10 anymore. It's 11 out of 10. We're going up. For a drainage system, it will get cut off 5 meters, 30 centimeters of a pipe that had original length 15 meters, 15. Well, I can't read this far. 15 and 3/5 meters. Right, that's what it is. And next 5 meters, 55 centimeters cut off on what is the length of the remaining? Okay, so far we cut off 5 meters, 30 centimeters, then 5 meters, 85 centimeters. So 85 and 30 goes over. This goes into 115. That feels like 115 to me, right? This goes into 115. 8 and 3 is 11. And this is 5 and 5 is 10, but 115 centimeters is actually 1 meter, 15 centimeters, right? We know this because 100 centimeters is 1 meter. So this 1 meter can go across here. This is meters. And we'll end up with 11 meters, 15 centimeters. That's what cut off so far. And what do we have? The total is 15 meters and 3/5. 3/5 in terms of centimeters, 3/5 of 100. 3/5 of 100 is 60 centimeters. Agreed? That is a member of the fifth family. 3/5 is 60. Remember, 1/5 is 20, so 3/5 is 60. So 3/5 of a meter is 60 centimeters. I feel like that's so. I feel like that's the case. So remaining now, we're going to have the 15 meters, the 60 centimeters, minus 11 meters and the 15 centimeters. So you're going to end up with 4 meters and 45 centimeters. And they want the answer to look like that. Yeah, so 4 meters, 45 centimeters. So good thing we worked it out like this. But if they wanted the answer to be in meters, they'd have put 4 and 45 over 100. 5 goes into this 9 times, 5 goes into this 20 times. So you get 4 and 9, 20 is the mixed number, but that's not what they want. They want it like this, 4, 45. Nice. Number 26. Derek, shade the part of the shape below to represent the fraction. Shade the shape below to represent the equivalent fraction to Derek. Well, first I need to find out how much parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 parts. That's what I thought. This shape below only has 6 parts. And he shade 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So therefore, if I want to match him, I would just shade 2 parts because 6 is half of 12. So I'm gonna go ahead and shade just 2 parts, Derek. I hope that's okay with you. And then use the fractions and explain and an explanation to tell you know that your answer is correct. So 4 parts out of 12 is equal to 4/12. Reducing, we get 2 can go into this 2 times, and 2 can go into this 6 times. We get 2 6, which means 2 parts out of 6. Therefore, they are equivalent fractions. And 2 parts, 2 what they call it, parts. Okay, 2 parts of the shape must be shaded. All right, so I'm writing really fast. So we reduce. Okay, I'm seeing a certain 8N doing some naughtiness here. We have admins here, so you just block these spammy people. But let's go ahead. Ryan bought a pair of shoes for $1,200, and then we sold it to make a profit of 68%. What was the selling price of the pair of shoes? We can work out the profit first. We can work out everything, but let's do the profit first. 60. You can do 168% one time, but most people like to do it this way, so let's do it this way. Especially if you're not using calculator. Cross, 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 cross. And we're going to get the profit is 68 times 12. 68 times 12. 68. 16. 2 6s. 12. 13. 6. 11. 8. $816. You'll get $816 for the profit, ladies and gentlemen. Where am I? So therefore, the selling price is going to be $1,200 plus the $816, 61012016. This look like a year, boy. 2016. What was I doing in 2016? I know what I was doing in 2016. In 2016, I was, well, ready for this? In 2016, I was welcoming the birth of my first son. What were you doing in 2016? In 2016, I was welcoming the birth of my first son, Chappie. So that's the year Chappie was born. All right. The diagram below shows two stop signs and a piece of rope. Did I skip out anything? 27, 28. Seen a next spammer. Please don't spam, please. How much more rope is needed to reach the stop? So this is a simple subtraction, 25.4. Oh, it's not that simple because we have meters, centimeters trick happening again. All right, well, we just put 20.50 minus and change this. You can change this by saying 11.62. That's fair. That's 62 hundredths. When I subtract, how much would I get? I'll have to do some of the taking from other place values. And something 0.88. 8.88. What's with all these repeated numbers in this paper, boy? Somebody was having a nice time. If I see a next repeated number in this paper again. All right, so 8.88 centimeters. Two shapes of, you were 4 years old, so you were learning your alphabet. The two shapes of different, well, more than your alphabet, way more than your alphabet. Two shapes of different sizes are drawn on 2 centimeters grid below. What is the difference of the areas? All right, well, we must know the area of one square is not 1 cm squared, it's actually 2 by 2, which is 4 cm squared. And then shape 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 4, 40 squares. Shape 2 has, they shape 2 here, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6, 30 squares. So what's the difference in the areas? Now you have to be a little careful with this, right? Because this has 40 squares, this has 36 squares. I want to write 36 squares. Excuse. So what's the difference in here? You have to be a little careful with this. Because what nonsense is happening here, boy? It's trying to move. All right. Because although there's 4 squares difference, 1 square is equal to 4 cm squared. So this is 4 times 4. 16 centimeters squared is the answer, not 4. And I'm seeing a lot of 4s in the chat. So 16 centimeters squared is the actual answer because each square is actually worth 4 centimeters squared. The square root of a number is 13 more than the difference of 26 and 18. What is the number? So we need to go, this was forward. We may need to go backwards. So difference of 26 and 18 is equal to 6 and 2 is equal to 8. And the square root of the number is 13 more. So 13 more than 8 is equal to 8 plus 13, which is 21. And that's the square root of the number. So 21 times 21 is 441. So the answer is 441. But we need to check it out. We need to check it out because I do a lot of going backwards there. I was reversing and I'm not accustomed driving in reverse. I'm accustomed going forward now. So let's go. Square root of 441 is 21. And this is 13 more than the difference of 26 plus 18, which is 8. And 8 plus 13 is 21. Yes. So it all makes sense. It all makes sense. What? not too usage of cookies and cream. There we go again. I tell her that person who say that pray. Or they could start praying, you know. Pray for things for me. Tum, 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 tum. Oh, let me make the dots before I do it. I like to do the dots first. Because sometimes I just get distracted and start to do all kind of wildness. So let me just make the dots to guide myself. Wait, I just start off one time. I didn't even read the question. Complete the shape using yes. I'll read the question still. You just automatically start drawing your shape. Sometimes it's hard to draw line of symmetry after you draw stuff and thing. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. For some reason, I keep missing the dot and going a little over, but I know what I'll do. Cookies and cream. So for those of y'all who are new around here, what happened is that I asked these original students now, those who are here from episode 1. How many of y'all were here from episode 1, from the very first Sunday revision session? I asked them to name the ruler because the year before named the ruler, and guess what they call the ruler? They named the ruler and called the ruler Ben. They named the ruler Ben, and that's a kind of disrespectful name to name a ruler, because how a ruler that's supposed to be straight will be named Ben. So when the ruler used to go home and line with his friends and thing, and he introduced himself as Ben, he used to get bullied. So we had to change the name this year. So they changed the name to Cookies and Cream, but I'm not too sure how much of an upgrade that was. Name the solid below. I find these name the solid things is the easiest question, boy. This is a triangular prism. You don't need to say base with prism, right? You say base if it's a pyramid. So if you had to draw a pyramid, a triangular base pyramid, or let's say a square-based pyramid or a rectangular-based pyramid, that's when you make use of the word base. Make use of the word base there. And this, you don't make use of the word base. I see a lot of people saying triangular base prism, triangular base prism. You don't need to say base. You just say triangular prism. That's it. Right? You can say triangular sided prism or something. I don't know. Just say triangular prism. Everybody go to triangular prism. You don't need to complicate it. How many vertices are in the solid? Vertices are the pointy parts, the things that can choke you. That's not the edges. These are edges. This is a vertex. There's 3 over there and there's 3 over here. And do you see the next tree? Do you see the next tree vertices? Just kidding. There's no next 3 vertices. There's no next 3 vertices, guys. just 3 and 3. 6. 3 add 3. So consider the pattern below. Did I leave out anything? That's it. 33. Consider the pattern below, where in pattern 1 there are 3 lines and 1 dot. I already know what's going on in this pattern. I happen to be a professional at patterns. I understand this pattern. Or you understand this pattern? This is called the Mount Alticuch El Cerro de la Ripo pattern. Paramin pattern. That's Paramin, Mount Alticuch. I pronounced that word a long time, but I forget how to pronounce it. And El Cerro de la Ripo. You can go and research those words. Draw pattern 4 in the space below. All right, say less. Let's just be very. I'm feeling to bring out cookies and cream again. So, cookies and cream, I just set this one out. So, I'm just drawing the pattern here. Never mind me, I'm just drawing the pattern. Maybe you can go draw the pattern as well. Maybe read my pattern. How you think my pattern coming out so far? I know the cookies and cream purists. Anytime I don't use cookies and cream is like, so I should put a dot there, a dot there, a dot there. This is the Mount El Cerro de la Ripo pattern, the Maracas lookout pattern. Wait, no, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Come on, man. So this has 1 dot, this has 3 dots, this has 5 dots, this should have 7 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Zoop, 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 zoop. That's the pattern. You know, just the pattern just, okay, so what the pattern doing is adding a dot and this next time. And that's how we got this. And then the next one, I just add a dot, 2 dots and 2 lines. 2 dots and 2 lines every time. Every time. 2 lines, 1, 2, 2 dots. 2 lines, 1, 2 dots. All right. Enough of that. How many dots will be used to make pattern 8? Well. Focus. Let me show you this trick. Pay attention to this. This is something that I use in secondary school. And you should know this pattern trick. It will save you some time. So, this pattern is pattern 1. And it has 1 dot, right? 1 dot. This one has 3 dots. Pattern 2. Pattern 3 now has 5 dots. So because you see that it's going up by 2, that's going to be your factor. That's going to be your multiplicative factor. So you're always going to have to multiply this by 2. The pattern 8 will have 8 times 2 dots, but they're not done yet. There's a little extra thing to do. Because 1 times 2 is how much? 1 times 2 is 2, but we have 1 dot. 2 times 2 is 4, but we had 3 dots. 3 times 2 is 6, but we had 5 dots. So we always have to subtract 1 after we have finished our multiplication. So to find out how many dots in pattern 8, you're supposed to be raising your paws and you're supposed to be like, oh my gosh, my mind is blown. So you're always going to multiply by 2 by the 8 and then subtract 1. I can work out how many dots in any pattern using that technique. So 2 by 8 is 16 minus 1. There's going to be 15 dots. Now, some of you all must draw pattern 8 and thing, but I'm going to make you waste real time. And we don't like to waste time in our SDA exams. There is no vibes. The average score of a basketball team for 5 games played in January was 30 points. When the score of 1 game was excluded from the data, the average remained 30 points. Well. The game that was excluded has to be, using our expert decoding skills, the game that was excluded was also 30 points. So if the game that excluded is 30 points, we could even go into a deeper explanation. Since I've seen 2 marks there and I feel a little like I want to secure my 2 marks now. 5 games, average 30 points. If this means total is 150, if 150 minus 30 equal 120, we now have 1 game less. So 4 games is going to be equal to 120 divided by 4, still 30 average. You all understand? That's how it's possible. Why are people saying 180? 5, 30, 1. You understand? Anytime you remove a number from the set of data and the average remains the same, that means the number you move was actually the same as the average. I've seen real people say no, but normally you all say yes. All right. What is the average of 4, 5, and 6? Very quickly. Who can work this out? What is the average of 4, 5, and 6? These are the three numbers. 1, 2, 3 numbers. What is the average of 4, 5, and 6? So the average is going to be 15 divided by 3, which is 5. And also, you can also see that 5 is the number in the middle anyhow. So that's the average, right? But, so let's not put 4, 5, and 6. Let's put 4, 6, and 5. So it looks a little more mixed up now. But if I remove 5, which happens to be the same value as the average, what is the average of 4 and 6 now? What is this so-called brand new average? Well, the new average will have to be 4 plus 6, which is 10, but only divided by 2 items now, which is still 5. If you ever remove a number from the data set that happens to be the same as the average wouldn't go up or down. It remains the same. And it works for addition too. So if I had an average and I add a number that is the average, it remains the same. Those of y'all who play cricket will know that. If you are averaging 40 runs every time you bat, and you go out and you make 40 runs again, your average will not go up or down. If you make 80 runs, your average will start to go up. If you make less than your... As a matter of fact, you know this from school. How many of y'all know this from school in your report book, right? If you see your average in your report book is 90%, and in maths, you got 90%, and in ELA, you got 90%. But then in creative writing, you see you got a new mark, 80%. Do you think your average will go up or down? Your average will go down because now you have a lower mark. If you got 100% in creative writing, your total average goes up. And if you got 90% in creative writing, which is the same as the average, it doesn't move. The average doesn't move. That's enough talk about that. Let's keep going. Number 35, a bookstore buys a bulk supply of pencils and ruler, which has a combined weight of 18.1 kg. Calculate the weight of the pencils if the ruler was 6 kilograms, 700. Also subtract. It's a simple subtraction. So weight of rulers, maybe cookies and cream was inside there. It's going to be the 18.1 minus the... Why they keep giving me this things like this for, boy? Them don't like we all. So, all right, let's put 18, how do I think? This 18,100 minus 6,700. You notice they're always giving me real troublesome and thing that way. But anyhow, we're ready for them. You just take one from this and put the 17 there, right? The one will go here. So this is like 1,100. So you get 400 here and you subtract 7 from that anyhow. And then 6 from this, excuse me, is 1,100. So you have 11,400. We was ready for them. How many boxes of pencils did the bookstore buy if each box weighs 600 grams? So, a message from the dark side. So anyhow, this is going to be 11,400 grams. This is all wrong. That was rulers. This question trying to do me, boy. So how much is the pencils then? Pencils, I had to do our next. Calculate the weight of the can you write here? The weight of the pencils. Haha, tada. Weight of the pencil is 6. No. Weight of... No, I'm doing silliness. Stop. I'm mixing up stuff here. Calculate the weight of the pencils if the weight of the rulers was this. So therefore, at the start of this should be weight of pencils. That's what I was trying to figure out at first, right? Everybody good? That's the weight of the... No, I wasn't going good. I see somebody say I'm going good. I think I write the wrong thing. It wasn't supposed to be weight of rulers. It was supposed to be weight of pencils. So now that I have the weight of pencils, I need to divide. Now I need to divide. So that, okay, so I'm good now. So 11 kg, 400 grams is equal to 11,400 grams. So 11,400 grams. And I just need to see how much time 16 can go in this. So number of boxes is going to be, and I'm going to take you guys' word for it, 600, cross. You all are saying that this is 19. A bunch of you all are saying that. And I trust your arithmetic. 19. Should I trust your arithmetic? 600 is 1, bring up close to 5, 500, 654, 9. Yes, 19 boxes, and we move forward. Wait. Is it that time already? The tally chart below shows the favorite part of Halloween by a group of 39 persons. Complete the tally and frequency for the Halloween parties. 39 persons, and so far I have 9 and 12 is 21, and 6 is 27. It's 39. Missing is 39 minus 27, which is how much? 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Another 12. And so ends section 2. We are on a record time in here, boy. And we stop and do extra things, and we talk about Ben and welcome Ben back. I feel it's Ben, boy. I call him Ben. I call him by his dead name. This is actually CC. Cookies and cream. CC for short. So let's bring on section 3. Let's bring on section 3 now. Let's wrap it up. Look at your invisible friend next to you and say, hey, section 3, boy. Mandy stocks up on scrunchies, hair dryers, and shower caps for her hair salon. How many scrunchies do you own? I know some people is like they call it like this, scrunchies collectors. How many scrunchies do you own? You know how much I own? 0. 0 scrunchies, hair dryers, and shower caps. I also own 0 of those. 0 scrunchies, 0 hair dryer, and 0 shower caps. My wife has a hair dryer, has a couple shower caps, and lots of scrunchies. Write any missing piece of information. 50 scrunchies at 15 per dozen. Okay. 50 scrunchies at $50 per dozen? This is confusing. A dozen means 12. $15 every 12, but there are 50. This is not a multiple of 12. So what do we do in that case? There's usually a couple things we do. You could find for one and then find out how much 50 would be, or we could assume that they must come in dozens. In this case, since it's an inventory system, I recommend finding for one, because it could be that they bought them in bunches and then it goes down. So, but these scrunchies are still worth what they are worth. So I recommend saying something like this. One scrunchie. You have to find out how much was one scrunch. Or you spell scrunchy. What is the singular of scrunchy? I think maybe a Y. Or let's say I. One scrunchy. I don't know how to spell scrunchy. It's not a word that we really be using around here. I don't know if it's a Y or I. But you can research it. One scrunchy is 50 divided by 12 because, no, 15 divided by 12. Right? Because $15 per dozen. So one scrunchy is 15 divided by 12. And then 50 scrunchies is 15 divided by 12 multiplied by 50. And now I think we're cooking it around gas day. We can work out how much is this is going to be. This is not as easy as it looked. 3 can go into this 4 times. 3 can go into this 5 times. 2 into this 2, 2 into this 25. 5 by that is 125 divided by 2 is 60 something. 62.5, 62.5, 62.5. So it's 125 divided by 2 in the end. All right, I find out it's real work, boy. 62.5. 4 hair dryers at $89 each. We're back into easy land here now. So four hair dryers would be 89.50 by 4. So 4 5s 20, 4 9s 36, 38, 33, 4 8s 32, 35. Are we getting 358? So this one is 358. That one wasn't too bad. That was just a straight multiplication. 3 for 24, 10. So we going back with this wireless again. I didn't learn a lesson. All right. Let's just try this again. Okay. We come back with this 12 shower caps. 3, 4. So 3. So 1 shower cap. Finding for 1 is always a division process, right? Would have to be the $24.10 divided by 3. And then, oh no, I don't need to find for 1. Stop the press. This is 3 for 24, and this is a multiple, so I just need to multiply by 4. 3 into 20. All right. I can write it like this. The 12 shower caps. Some of you all must be wondering why this man didn't just do it like this. So 12 divided by 3. So I have 4 groups of the 24. Yeah, that's way better. 3 into this 4. So we just need to multiply 24.1 by 4, and we're going to get 96.4 Chelsea, $96.40. And we'd have collected some marks there, boy. I hope you get some good marks for this, and don't give me no 1 mark for this one, because this was really work. 96.4. 3 marks. I love to see it. Another way I could have done this, since this one was the most miserable, I could have just find these 2 and subtracted from that, which also does mean I'll have to add and then subtract. It depends. I can double check and make sure that all of this does add up to this. You can't get away from the arithmetic in this question. Singular of scrunchies is scrunchy without the S, says Andrea. So I hope Andrea knows what she's talking about there. A discount of 10% is given. What is the final cost after the discount? So before we did the discount, how much was the total? How much was it? You all remember the number? It was 516.90. So after the discount of 10%, we're gonna have like 90%. Let's find the discount first. Discount, let's do this method. So discount is 10%, blah, 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 of that. And that just means to drop this decimal one back. So it's 51.69. So after the discount, how many of you all done subtract it already? What answer you'll get? You're gonna get 516.90 minus $551.69, which is, just now I'm stuck. Tamia Joseph is saying 465.21. How many of you all agree with Tamia Joseph? She is so correct. She's so correct. Well done. Everybody good? Okay, let's go on with our last 2 questions. Mark spent, I've seen some action happening in the chat there, but it doesn't seem too serious. Mark spent 84 minutes assembling a model car Lisa finished 15 minutes after Mark and 19 minutes before Rachel. How many minutes did Rachel take to assemble the model car? So Lisa finished 84 plus 15, 99 minutes. Hey, look, the repeated numbers thing come back again. The repeated numbers paper. And 19 minutes before Rachel. So Rachel, you see this finish after and before and thing, you have to take your time on it. You could end up in our problems here. We just make sure this making sense. Mark spent 84 minutes assembling a model car. Lisa finished 15 minutes after Mark. Bang. And 19 minutes before Rachel. So Rachel finished even after. So we need to say 99 plus a next 19, which is 118 minutes. Some of you all went backwards and say 80 minutes. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's 180. So many of you all said 80 minutes. You see, think about it. Stop and twirl your beard like this. Your beard that you don't have. and check and make sure it makes sense, right? So 19 minutes before Rachel means Rachel finished after her. So Rachel has to add as well. But you see how they say finish after Mark and then before, after and before, it made you feel like you have to add then subtract. But both of them is an addition. Mark placed fifth in the competition and 4 participants were behind him and Lisa. At what position did Lisa place? What? Mark placed 5th and 4 participants. So this is Marky boy here, who is 5th. And you have 4 invisible people. This is that guy. Then we have this guy. Then we have this guy. Then we have this guy. And then we have Lisa. So what will happen here? That's Mark. Mark is 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Lisa would have finished in 10th position. Lisa would have finished in 10th position. Mark wants to decrease his time taken by 25% in the next competition. How many minutes should he take to assemble the model car in the next? So what's Mark's initial time? Mark, I find you just gave me work here in a Mark. 84 minutes. 10th. 84 minutes. So 25% less. 25% less. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the shortcut method for this one. So 25% less means 75% of the original. So I took away the percent one time. In other words, 100 minus 25 is 75, right? So 75% of the original. So in other words, to find the time that he must get, time taken is going to be 75, which is also 3/4 of 84. So that makes my life much easier. 4 can go into 84 to 21 times. 21 times 3 is 63. 63 minutes. Very quickly. Oh gosh. Second to last question is a distance pattern question. Tan 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 tan. Tan 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 tan. Tan 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 tan. Tan 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 tan. Total distance from the first box to the 4th box. Total 78.4. Each box has a length of 12.1. Okay, we know everything that we need to know. Let's see what you want from us. What is the distance from the 3rd box to the 15th box? I think we should find spaces and box. We should find the length of a space and a box. That's the best move. And we don't know the length of a box is 12.1. So 4 boxes is 12.1 times 4. That's 48.4 centimeters. And the 4 spaces that are there, because you notice that 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3 spaces. 3 spaces. Spaces is one less. 3 spaces. The 3 spaces that are there must be equal to 78.4 minus 48.4, which turns out to be 003. So 30. Therefore, one space. I love how one space is 10 centimeters. When I see that, a happiness just a bubbling inside just take over your system. 10, what a beautiful number, 10 centimeters. So now one space is 10 centimeters. Let's highlight that. That's important information. And one box is 12.1 centimeters. Let's highlight that. That's important information. These things are important to us, so we highlight it. And since you are important, I will highlight you too. Oh, and I'll cross you, highlight you. Don't let anybody tell you you're not important. Highlight yourself. All right, so one space is 10 centimeters. One box is 12.1 centimeters. And we want to get from the first to the 15 box. So we'll have 15 boxes. So we just want 12.1 times 15. Take your time and multiply that. 12.1 times 15 is how much? Is it 15 boxes? Y'all, I nearly bounced my toe here, boy. Watch this, watch this. Read the question. Back it up. Third box to the 15 box. It means they didn't start on the first box, they start on the third box. So 2 boxes down, boy. So it's not 15 boxes, it is 13 boxes. Is 12.1 by 13. It's 13 boxes. Guys, it's 13 boxes because it would have been 15, but we didn't start on the first box, we started on the third box. Some of you must subtract 3 from 15 and get 12 boxes too, which is wrong as well. So it's actually 13 boxes. And when you multiply 12.1 by 13, you're supposed to get 157.3. How many of you all got that? Like that, 157.3. And then the spaces is always one less for the same distance, right? So it's going to be 12 spaces. And remember, we were happy when we saw that the spaces are 10 centimeters each. So this is 120 cm. So now the total, very easy, is going to be 277.3. The total is going to be 157.3 plus 120.3 is 277.3 centimeters. Woohoo! So that's a big question there in distance pattern, a really nice question. We're coming down to the last month. I don't know if anyone wants to join the Student Hub in the last month. You wouldn't be able to join my class, but you could join other classes in the Student Hub SEA class for the last month. So if you're interested in that, you know what to do. You can WhatsApp this number 4724221, and what you'll get when you join this class, you'll be able to get these papers ahead of time to do them during the week. And you would, what else? You'd get an additional class where we go through revision coming up to the exam. So it's just like about 4 more weeks to the exam. So if you want to join this, maybe the last opportunity to join the Student Hub, at least until you're going to, the Student Hub really focuses on secondary school. That's our main set of students, but we do have an SEA, a nice SEA contingent, and our SEA class always does exceptionally well. So that's that. And the next use for this number, also important, if you have your own class and you're not interested in joining the Student Hub right now, but you have mangoes, remember that number, right? So you can WhatsApp that number and let them know so you can roll on by. The table below shows the distance in kilometers Joseph rode for 5 days. The number of kilometers that Joseph rode on Thursday is missing from the table. Wait. Then give me the total. So no total. All right, noted. Normally you see a little total for these questions and you just go and subtract and pay 18. But all right, fine. What is the mean of the 4 days shown? 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So the total for the 4 days shown so far is 22 plus 27 plus 15 plus 28. 8 and 2 is 10, 7 and 5 is 12. So that's 10 and 12 is 22. So I'll put a 2 there and a 2 there, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's 8 and 1, 92. So 92 is the total. And then our average will be found by dividing by the 4. 92 divided by 4. 4 goes into 80 as the number of times. 20. 20 times so 20 plus 3. 23. 23. 23. 23 kilometers. So the average is 23. What else does this file? Normally the last question is the toughest, but that wasn't too bad. The mean of all 5 days were 23.2. All right, so they give us the mean for the 5 days so we can find the total. So the new total is going to be 5 times the mean. You multiply the number times the mean to get the total, which is 23.2 times 5. And I can work it right there. There doesn't need to be a working column. So this is 0, 1, 5 by 3 is 15, 6, 1, and wait, 2, 5, 6, 10, 3, 6, 1, 5, 11, 116. 116 kilometers. I finally figured out the total there, boy. So let me go and cross this out. Total known now. We know the total. We know the total. What else we know? We know the total, and we know how much we've gone so far. So far is 92. This is the total. So missing is, all right, in the first like 3 sessions, I was doing the arithmetic part really slow. I was doing this part really slow. But from now on for the next month, I'll be running through the, just like how I did it in this class and kind of like in the last class, I'll be going through the arithmetic part fast. So those of y'all who still need a little work on your multiplication, you could always watch back the video afterwards and pause at these moments and then do the multiplication yourself, right? But I'll be going through this fast, and you're supposed to be able to do the math. You're supposed to be able to keep up with me. I see somebody talked about me going a little too fast just now. So I just say, let me say that. 116 minus 92 is 24. 24, and just like that, we collected all our marks in this paper. Boom! We finished sample 8. I think there's a sample coming up where we're going to do some fractions and we're going to do some unequal sharing, and I think it's maybe this week. There's not many days till exam. There's just like about a month or so till exam. So shout out to everybody here. I'm just going to be calling names like Nathan, Giselle, Colleen, Amy, Shemaya, happy birthday, Zane, Malachi, who in Celine class, homeschool, big up the homeschool students, Miracle, Kristen, Alessia, Jamia, Kristen, Angelo, Zendaya, Elizabeth, Snowy, Leisha, Nyron, Sheldon, every Dinsley, Chin City always in the house, Luke's, Nathan. It's very nice to have so many of you all here every Sunday with me. It's coming to an end. We just have like what, 4 more sessions. Let me see how much more sessions we have. 1, 2, 3, 4 more sessions, and it's all over. 4 more sessions to go. So that's going to be 11 sessions in all. Normally we accustomed having 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Normally we accustomed having 12 sessions. But it is what it is. It's SEA came a little earlier this year. Jemiah, Stick Nations, Roma, Joshua Key. All of you who have been here since revision 1, if you've been here since revision 1, since the ruler had no name, if you were here in the class where we named the ruler Cookies and Cream, Maracas, SDA, shout out. Aria, what is up? So, yeah, it's going to come around so fast, the SE, and then you're going to have the longest vacation of your life when SE is finished. But let's focus on SE for now. Make sure you're revising. At this point, you should have listened to me 2 weeks ago. I said Go through all your past papers that you did so far, all your sample papers, and look at everything that you got wrong and do it over without watching the answers and make sure you can get them correct this time. That's the type of revision you want to do. You want to revise stuff that you're supposed to know already, that you corrected already. So you're really literally securing the bag on your marks that you have. Maracas Presbyterian, what is up? I hope everybody is doing well and everybody is healthy. Don't get the cold now. Later. Love and blessings.